think it's important for all of our students in any kind of sustainability class here at ASU to be thinking about natural resources. We are in the midst of just an abundance of natural resources where we're standing right now. There's a 360-degree view of excellent natural resources. And one in particular is water. And you can see that there's barely some water left over from our last winter rain in this water hole here. We're in a wash, the Peralta Creek wash. And it's mostly a surface water that has just not evaporated or gone underground yet to recharge the aquifer. It's more of a result of the winter rains that ended. Actually, we had a rain just about a week ago of 1/10 of an inch, and a month ago we had a rain of over an inch. We had about 1.5 to 2 inches in some places. This area of the terrain around here probably got 2 inches of rain, and so this is what's left over from that 2-inch rainfall. There's also still some groundwater flow coming into it, and the reason why I say that I think there's some groundwater flow coming into this standing water is because it's pretty clear. It actually has a flow through it, which is indicative of a feeding source, a constant fresh feeding source. I do hear and see a little trickle coming out of the rock above it. So I believe we're actually at a temporary spring. We have a combination of a temporary spring, which will dry up soon, and also a low spot on the ground, the creek bed, where standing water can occur for a long time. So this is a vital area for wildlife. It's a natural resource for the wildlife around here, which is also a natural resource that we need to protect. And you can see all of the insects buzzing around here. There's a whole flock of butterflies over there around where Gregoria is at. I'm sure in the evening here, when all the hikers are gone, the bobcats, the coyotes, the mountain lion, they call them coatimundi. They're like a raccoon type of cat. They come out and they know this water is here, and they're going to be visiting this place frequently. Also, you can see in the foreground the thick vegetation. So we've got, it looks like mostly oak trees, the oak and the jojoba trees growing at this location. You also see some hot bush. And you won't see those kinds of vegetative or plant natural resources when we go out into the flatlands of where they're going to build houses in the Superstition Vistas development. So in addition to providing a habitat for the animal life here, the plant life that you're seeing around here also provides us with an aesthetic value. This is going to be a premier recreational location for the 1 million people coming to Superstition Vistas. It already is a premier recreational area for people who know about it and live in Phoenix and are willing to make the drive out here. It also serves as a source of shade and canopy to keep the area like this a little bit cooler in the hot summer times for the animals that like to hang out in this canyon. The canyon itself, Peralta Canyon, is formed originally by a volcanic eruption, and then it eroded away to form a canyon. And up on the left side of the canyon wall, towards the south rim, if you will, of the canyon wall, if you stand over here about where I am, and you might get a better angle, you'll see these spires of rock sticking up. Those are called hoodoos. Hoodoo. Hoodoo. Funny name, but that really is a geologic term for a spire of rock like that. Those are formed through erosion. It's once again, it's a dacite type of volcanic material. They erode that way. If you were to hike up further into this canyon, you'll see hundreds and hundreds of these things. That's what I think is the most famous thing about Peralta Canyon. In addition to being a great lookout for Weaver's Needle, it provides the hiker with an opportunity to walk by some excellent specimens of hoodoos. The stream bed itself, you might zoom the camera in and show that it's bare rock, and that is because this area periodically floods and washes away any soil that might ever accumulate there. The high water mark is about where Chicka and Gregoria's feet are at. When you're pointing to the high water mark, when this basin fills up with water, it just kind of stands here. But during a flash flood, when we have like a really heavy thunderstorm in the summer, a 2 or 3 inch rainfall within an hour's period of time, the water level probably comes up easily to the peak of that rock up there that's staying bare. So it's wherever the vegetation won't grow because it just gets scoured out all the time. What else can I point out in this spot? Oh, you see some really nice yellow daisy type flowers growing in the rock over here with some beautiful reddish colored volcanic material in the background. I think this makes a nice contrasting colorful view, very pleasant to the eye. We have cholla cactus. There's all kinds of different species of cholla. There's this one variety of it, and there's another one up there. The ones that have this whitish color that's really a light green, they call that teddy bear cholla. I don't know the name of this one. I think it has the word chain in it. It's some kind of a chain cholla. What else do we see growing on the cliff face over there? There's it's like an agave plant coming out of a rock up there with the sharp spikes. Agave.
What is the round cactus next to the saguaro?
Oh, that's a barrel cactus. Phil spotted a barrel cactus growing just to the right of the saguaro over there. That's a young saguaro, probably less than 50-year-old saguaro.
I think you should probably come this side.